Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks.
That's right.
So whatever's in your heart, you speak it, you'll draw to you the condition of your heart. Somebody say yes.
Yes.
So when God gives you a vision, you need to begin to speak his vision. Because he's already prepared people to hear you. Not everybody's going to hear, but the right ones will hear. That's how you all got here. Look, you're here. How many say yes?
Yes.
And then the next step is very important. It's very part of the same principle. You must write that vision down. Don't compromise it. Write it down. Write down the specific plan that God's given you for your vision. Writing is so important because when you write it down, you'll then begin to get the questions. Who? What? When? Where? How, Lord? How will these things be?
Yes.
And then you'll begin to get revelation from God. Not by power, not by might, but by my spirit. And he'll show you daily. Which is why your conversation with God needs to be a daily conversation. Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
You ought to talk to God. Matter of fact, the Bible says, pray without ceasing. Which means if you want to talk, if you got a problem on your mind, talk to Jesus. You can do it in your car. Everybody else does. You can talk to Jesus. He's just as real as somebody else.
That's right.
I used to talk to Jesus in the car. This is before cell phones. Now I can just get on the cell phone. Okay, Jesus, I got a problem. Maybe you're embarrassed. Maybe you're fearful to have people driving by you and see you talking to yourself.
I'm going to get no ticket. I'm going to put my phone above it.
Amen.
I don't want a ticket.
But if you talk to Jesus, he will talk to you. How many say yes to that?
Yes.
And so today we're encouraging you as you get the visions from God for your life. And I encourage you, write it down. My wife and I are on a journey right now that we wrote down. We heard it from God. We spoke it from God. We wrote down the vision from God. And we did a 5-year plan. And that plan has been continuing on and on and on and on. Amen?
Yes.
In fact, we wrote that we were going to be on television. This is back in the day when TBN was just coming out. And we wrote that we were going to be on television. We wound up on television before our own pastor. And people were really upset with us. They said, did you ask the bishop to be on television? I said, I didn't know we needed to ask the bishop to be on television. And we went on television. And God opened the door for us. And then from that, God began to spread this small little family, Fred and Wilma, the Flintstones, around the world. And our people know us. And now they know us. Even now, we have our own television right there. Somebody say amen.
Amen.
And so don't compromise. Write the vision. When you write it down, when you write down what you want God to do for you, I recommend you write it down, put it on your refrigerator or wherever you go the most every day. And let it put it in the bathroom. You'll see it. Put it before your eyes and speak it. Lord, I thank you that you're going to send me around the world. Lord, I thank you you're going to make me a blessing in all the earth. Amen? And then when you do that, he'll then begin to speak to you according to the vision that he's given to you. And then all you have to do is pay attention. Everybody say pay attention. And then you need to move by faith. Don't sit, but move. Your faith, the word faith, is really an action word. You believe, but now you have to do what you believe. How many say yes to that? I want, come up, Wilma. Oh, no, you stay there. I was going to do another demonstration, but my wife's holding the camera. But let me explain it to you this way. Faith has many different components. Number one, it starts with hope. Everybody say hope. Hope. I hope God's going to do this. And if you will continue with the hope that you have, the Bible says hope is an anchor. You know, many people that commit suicide, they commit suicide because they've lost their hope.
Yeah.
That's the anchor. Yeah. Your hope then must be converted to believe. I believe God's going to do it. How many say yes? Yes. And then that belief must then be turned into a corresponding action. You do what you believe. Yes. That's called faith. And once you have faith, you just have to have a little patience before you see the manifestation. How many say yes?
Yes.
So you must make sure you examine your faith. Make sure you have the hope that is in Jesus Christ. Make sure your anchor is solid. How many say yes? You know, many people, when they lose their emotional stability, it's because they've lost their hope.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Hope deferred makes the heart sick, the Bible says. And so when you get your hope back, that's the anchor. The Bible says the anchor of your soul. Your soul is your mind, your will, and your emotions. Everybody say yes.
Yes.
And so once you have this stability in your heart, then you can move by faith and be courageous and continue to be courageous until the manifestation comes. How many say yes?
Yes.
So if you'll continue, God will give you the blessing. How many say yes?
Yes.
And then lastly, it says don't quit. I want to tell you a story, which is actually a true story. It's actually a story for this area, all the way up to San Francisco. Many, many years ago, they found gold. How many know the story of the gold rush? And there's a story of a man who came from New York or Boston, somewhere on the East Coast, and he came to strike it rich because everybody was striking it rich. And he bought a piece of land, and all the people around him were finding gold. Gold, 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 gold. And this man began to dig. He dug and he dug, no gold. He got very frustrated, and he got depressed. He lost his hope. And so the time came, and day after day of digging and digging, and everybody around him going, gold, gold, gold. They were finding gold all around him, but he was not finding gold.
Right.
And then one day he said, I'm going to give up. There's no gold here. He sold that land, and he sold it to another person, and that person came with a pick, same pick that the man was using. And he struck in the same place that the man was striking. And when he struck that one strike, guess what? He hit the biggest vein of gold in California history. The reason everybody around him was finding gold because it was washing out from the vein that he was standing on. He quit too soon.
Yes, that's right. Wow.
Don't ever quit. If God gives you a vision, don't ever, it may look like nothing's happening. Everybody else is getting blessed around you. But if God said, this is the spot, go there, keep digging until you find the gold that has been promised to you. Somebody say hallelujah. So I can declare that to you because my wife and I, we got to Azusa Street. We got to the Bonnie Bray house in 1995. In 95, 96, 97, God gave us a vision, a project. He said, you're going to get the house painted. It took 3 years of obedience, 3 years of trouble, 3 years of people saying, you guys are crazy. We did it every year on May, what we call Whitworth Sunday, which was Pentecost weekend. We did it every year. First year we did it, 120 people came.
Amen.
The second year we did it, 300 people came. The third year we did it, 5,000 people came. Somebody say hallelujah. Well, then you're going to find out something about God. When you really come to know who he is, you're going to find out he requires a sacrifice. And when we made that event, and that event was successful, and TBN did come and broadcast Fred and Wilma all over the world. At that time on maybe 20 different satellites, or 20 different networks, which was still a big part of the world. It's big now. But when we obeyed God, God spoke something to me. He told me this that weekend, before we saw the fullness of the vision. He showed my wife the same thing. Isn't that right, honey? We both saw it. We both had the same word from God. I had a vision. I saw myself being shot and killed on the Bonnie Bray Street house.